Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what would happen if you applied Buddhism for 7 days. The idea of applying a religion or a philosophy for a week is not a new one. In fact, there was a very popular video made some time ago where the creator talked about what would happen if you applied Christianity for 7 days, and it went rather viral. So, when I came across this idea of doing this video, I thought that it would be fun to make a series where I talk about different religions and philosophies and how they would impact your life if you were to apply them for 7 days. Today, we'll start with Buddhism. I myself am not Buddhist, but I am a huge admirer of the philosophy, and I have been practicing some of its principles in my daily life for the past few months. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm by no means an expert on Buddhism. But I've done a lot of reading and research, and I'm excited to share what I've learned with you guys. If you're interested in learning more about Buddhism, I highly recommend checking out a book called Buddhism for Beginners by Danny Panchali. It was actually the first book I read when I started getting into Buddhism, and it explains the core principles really well. Alright, let's get right into it. Here are the 7 things that would happen if you applied Buddhism for 7 days. Number 1. You would start to reflect more on your actions. One of the core principles of Buddhism is to be aware of the present moment. In order to do that, you need to be aware of your thoughts and actions and how they impact yourself and others. For instance, one of the most famous quotes from the Buddha himself is, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is the master of all. We are what we think." This means that everything we do, say, and feel is a direct result of our thoughts, and if we want to change our reality, we must first change our thoughts. As a beginner Buddhist, you will start to reflect more on your actions and their consequences. You may also start to notice patterns in your thinking that lead to negative emotions like anger, sadness, and fear. But don't worry, this is actually a good thing because it means that you're becoming more self-aware and that you're on the right track. Number 2. You would start meditating. Meditation is an essential practice in Buddhism. It helps you focus your mind, cultivate inner peace and clarity, and develop compassion for all living beings. There are many different types of meditation, but they all involve training your mind to be present in the moment and letting go of distractions. Some common types of meditation include mindfulness meditation, where you focus on your breath and observe your thoughts without judgment; samatha vipassana, where you focus on a mantra or an object; and walking meditation, where you focus on the sensations of walking. You don't have to sit down for hours every day to meditate. Even just 5 or 10 minutes can make a difference. And it doesn't have to be in a quiet room. You can meditate anywhere. Just find a comfortable place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. No. 3. You would start to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is another key principle of Buddhism. It's the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you're mindful, you're fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. You're also aware of the world around you. Mindfulness is essential to meditation, but you can also practice mindfulness in everyday activities. For example, when you eat, really taste the food and savor each bite. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet and the air on your skin. When you talk to someone, listen attentively and respond thoughtfully. By practicing mindfulness, you'll become more grounded in the present moment and less likely to get lost in negative thoughts or worries about the future. No. 4. You would start to be more aware of your karma. In Buddhism, the law of karma is a central belief. It simply means that every action has a reaction. Your actions create energy that will eventually return to you. So it's important to be mindful of your actions and intentions. If you want to create positive karma, do things that make you feel good and that benefit others. If you want to create negative karma, do things that make you feel bad and that harm others. Ultimately, the goal is to create as much positive karma as possible so that you can reach enlightenment. Number 5, you would start to see the impermanence of all things. Another core teaching of Buddhism is that everything is impermanent. Nothing lasts forever. Everything changes. This applies to everything in your life, your relationships, your job, your health. Nothing is permanent. It may feel like things never change, but they do. Sometimes the change is subtle, and sometimes it's dramatic. The sooner you accept that change is inevitable, the better you'll be able to navigate it when it happens. So instead of resisting change, learn to embrace it. Let go of the need to control everything and allow yourself to flow with the ebb and flow of life. Number 6, you would start to let go of attachment. Attachment is the clinging to things as if they will never change. Clinging to people, places, things, or even ideas causes us a lot of pain and suffering. When we attach ourselves to something, we convince ourselves that it is ours and that we have a right to it. But nothing is truly ours. Everything belongs to everyone, and when we try to hold on to things too tightly, they slip through our fingers and we are left with nothing. The only way to avoid this is to let go of attachment. When you let go of attachment, you release yourself from the cycle of pain and suffering. You become free to enjoy the present moment without constantly worrying about the future or regretting the past. And number 7, you would start to cultivate compassion. Compassion is at the heart of Buddhism. The Buddha taught that all living beings are interconnected and that we should treat others with kindness and understanding. When you practice compassion, you're not just helping others. You're also helping yourself because you're cultivating positive karma and you're developing a sense of inner peace. There are many ways to practice compassion. One simple way is to offer a kind word or deed to someone in need. You can also practice compassion by volunteering your time or donating to charity. No matter how you practice compassion, the important thing is that you make an effort. Don't just sit back and expect someone else to take care of everything. Take action yourself. Be the change you want to see in the world. Now here's the thing. You don't have to wait until January to start practicing Buddhism. You can start today. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day for meditation and mindfulness. Reflect on your actions and intentions. Let go of attachment and cultivate compassion. These are simple practices that anyone can do. They don't require a lot of time or money. You can do them anywhere, anytime. So why not start today? Give Buddhism a try and see how it impacts your life. You may be surprised at how much good it can bring. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.